Dear Secretary General, Mr. Adama Dieng, Special Advisor for the Prevention of Genocide, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, there are episodes in our history so painful and so contrary to human nature that it's almost impossible to speak about them without feeling shame and consternation. Just a few days ago in Poland, I could pay tribute to the victims of Auschwitz. I must confess it was a moment very painful and of profound reflection about how could this happen, such a crime of this magnitude. The tragedy of the Holocaust took the international community to say never again. Never again that entire human groups of people are going to be attacked by their national, ethnic, racial, or religious identity. Never again to be silent testimonies of such a heartbreaking scourge. Never again to allow impunity. In the middle of the horror, there was perhaps a light, and that light was the generosity of all the country that took all of those who were fleeing persecution and death. Thousands and thousands of people arrived in our countries and were a contribution that enriched our societies. Maybe this is one of the more cases more evident and more successful of migration in our recent history. Today we are here to commemorate and recognize the advances that we have done, reaffirm our commitment and take momentum to what is still to be done. Excellencies, allow me to make 3 observations. First, the precursor role of the General Assembly. The most democratic and representative organ of the United Nations was the first to recognize genocide as a crime under international law in 1946. And 2 years later, it adopted the Convention on the Prevention and Punishment of the Crime of Genocide. 70 years ago from that event, the Convention keeps being one of the milestones of multilateralism, equally to the Universal Declaration of Human Rights that was approved the next day on 10th of December 1948. Both instruments open a new era of rights, dignity, liberty, and justice in the world. My second observation, we must renew our promise to eradicate genocide. Achieved, as the Secretary General mentioned, the universal ratification of the Convention. This is vital for that. I join the appeal launched 1 year ago to call the 45 United Nations member states who have not ratified the Convention yet to do so. As President of the General Assembly, I invite all the United Nations member states to take the appropriate measures to make sure that acts of this nature never again have place in any part of the world. The anti-Semitism, the racism, xenophobia do not have a place, cannot be tolerated in the world of today. This takes me to my third observation. Unfortunately, there haven't been few times where we have failed our commitment to assume what we committed 70 years ago. Srebrenica, Rwanda, Cambodia resonate in our minds and the wounds of humanity are reopened. Genocide is not a question of the past. It's still a reality and a threat about which we need to take action decisively. In the world today, many populations still face situations of serious and systematic violations of their human rights that can take to genocide. Prevention this atrocious crime is possible, and both the legal tools as well as the United Nations systems are keen on this. We cannot turn a blind eye and not look at the signs, neither tolerate the justice that is at the reach of those responsible. The price of inaction is too high. Excellencies, to conclude, I want to pay tribute to those who were not able to survive and those who survived the hate and barbarity. The international community cannot forget the victims of genocide. They will always be in the center of our determination of never commit the same again from the past. As representative of the 193 member states of this organization, I commit to continue promoting a vision of prevention of conflict, to work for the peace and sustainable and durable peace, and for understanding and reconciliation. Only this way can our organization be genuinely more relevant to all the people. Thank you very much.